Did we learn how to find out mean, median, mode last class? So in the same way, you have to figure out what is the median. Okay. You know what is the median? Now 5 points may say lowest value, then your highest value. That is the first thing that you will identify. Highest value. These are two things. 1, 2. You already learned how to find the median. So that's your third thing, median. The fourth and the fifth one, you need to calculate. Median ko going forward, I will call that as Q2. What will I call it as? Q2. I will call it as Q2. Okay. Then comes our Q1 and Q3. These two things we have to further find out. What all? Q1 and Q3. All right. What is this Q1? This Q1 is the lower quartile. And Q3 is the upper quartile.
Yes, what is quartile?
I'll tell you. 1, 2, 3. We already know how to find out. So Shamik, concentrate here. Fourth and fifth, we will learn today. Okay. That's 5 points are clear. What are the 5 points that you need to find out? How to find out, I'm going to tell you with the question. Okay. 5 points. Then next, how to draw. How will you draw? To draw, you will make a box and you will make whiskers. Like a whiskers of a cat. Okay. So Xiaomi, concentrate. Leave your phone. Then what are you looking at below?
Textbook.
Textbook. Okay. So in your box, in this box and whiskers, what are the 5 points? These are those. 1, lowest. This one is the second point, which is the highest. Third point, which is the median, which is in between. This is your third point. Fourth, lower quartile, and fifth, upper quartile. Clear what? Clear what? That's how you will make it. Easy, very easy, right? From this, you will sometimes get a question, which is your 6th question. Out of this, once they have asked you to make the figure and stuff like that, then there is an extended question to this. That's your 6th question. They will ask you find the interquartile range. When they say that, you already will have the value of Q3. From that, you will subtract Q1. Whenever they ask you interquartile range, you will do Q3 minus Q1. Okay. And that's how you will get your answer for interquartile range. Clear? Clear? Basics is understood. Now we will learn how to find out Q1 and Q3. Clear hai yahan tak? Anybody, any confusion? You know what are the 5 points? You know how to draw and you know how to find the interquartile range. Now I'll tell you how to find Q1 and Q3. Let's do this question now. Let's understand this question. Okay. Your question is here. It says illustrate the following set of test scores using a box and whisker plot. And all of this data is given to you, right? This data is 12, 18, 21, 8, 20, 12, 20, 9, 22, 17, 5, and 19. What is the first step to find the median?
Total frequency upon 2 or middle number.
Right. So first thing that you need to do is put the things in ascending order. Step 1, ascending order. Step 2, what will you do now? Once you put in ascending order, can you see the numbers here? 5, 8, 9, 12, 12, 17, 19, 20, 20, 21, 22, right? After putting in ascending order, it's very easy for me to find the minimum and the maximum value, highest value, least and the most highest value. So next I will just figure out, just by investigation, a step 2 can be done. Find lowest and highest value and highest values. Step 2 is clear? Easy. For step 3, we will now find out the median. What was the step for median? What do we do for median?
Middle number.
we have to find the middle number. Now I'll go to the median wala notes, and to find out median, what do we remember?
Middle.
What if the median is in a odd number or an even number? We'll quickly revise this part. What if the n is 100? That means it's an even number, right?
Yeah.
So when it is an even number, what do? We do n by 2, whatever n you had, by 2, and n by 2 plus 1. So you get n by 2, yani ki for this particular question that we had done last time, 50th observation and 51st observation. And then you go to that, figure out what is the 50th one, 51st one, take an average of that. So 50th observation was 3, 51st was also 3. So average of 3 and 3, you got a 3 only, right? But what do you do for odd? When the number is odd, n is equal to odd,
N upon 2 plus 1.
then you do straight away n upon 2, n upon 2, n plus 1 upon 2. Th observation. This is what you do for the odd ones. Clear? Remember now? So let's come back and go to the box and whiskers and figure out what is the value of n. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. N is odd. So what do I do now? In this case, n is odd. So what do I do? Quickly tell me.
So we take the
N plus 1 upon.
N is 11, so it is odd. So I do n plus 1 upon 2, 11 plus 1 upon 2, which means it is
12.
observation. Let's go and figure out where is the sixth observation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I get my Q2?
Yeah.
Right? I got the Q2, which is the median, is equal to 70. Any confusions? Out of the 5 points, we figured out 3 points. Lowest, highest, Q2. Median nikal gaya, right? What are we left with? 2 more, right? Now, for this one, understand this, that median is dividing that's just the concept. Understand the concept behind, okay? Median is just dividing my data into 2 parts, this part and this part. So the middle of this part will be Q1 and middle of this part will be Q3. And Q2 is the middle of the entire thing, correct? Okay. But we can't be, doing this all the time. If I have a lot of data, then what will I do? So what we need to do here is, we have a formula for that also. What is that? Just the way you did n by 2 for median, we divide by 2?
N by 4.
Right. N by 4. Okay.
N by 4.
Right. N by 4 will be what?
Lower.
Fourth step will be n by 4 for Q1, which is lower quartile, and you'll do n by 3, n by 4, that's for Q3. Okay. Okay. If it is odd, then you do n plus 1 by 4, 3 n plus 1 by 4. Okay. Clear? So let's check what is our n in this case. N in this case was 11 plus 1 upon 4, which is 12 upon 4. Can I say it's the third observation?
Yeah.
Let's go and figure out where is the third observation. 1, 2, 3. This is the third observation. 9 is the third observation, right? Yes. So I write 9 for this. 3n plus 1 by 2. 3n plus 1 by 2 is, we are doing this for odd values. Okay. Odd when n is equal to odd. So Q1 will be like this. And when n is equal to odd, then Q3 will be 3. N is how much? 11 plus 1 upon 4, which is
36.
3 into 11 plus 1 is 12 upon 4 is 3, which is which observation?
Over to
9th
the
observation, right? Let's go and figure out what is the 9th observation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. So I'll write my answer. 9th observation is 20. So my Q3 is 20 and my Q1 is 9. Have I got my all the points? All points, 5 points done? Kyra, I just can't see your screen better. Are all points done? I got Q1, Q3, Q2, lowest, highest. Now what am I supposed to do? I have this box and whisker. Correct. How do we make the box and whisker? From the data, you will write everything on the x-axis, right? Lowest is how much? 5. So you make a line here. Okay. Highest is how much? 22. You make another line here. You have to use scale and pencil properly. It should be very, very neat and precise. Okay. Then where is your lower quartile, yani Q1? This was the lowest, highest. Q1, that at that point you will mark Q1 and you'll mark Q1 at 9 and you'll write Q1. Then your Q2, what was Q2? It was 17. So at 17, you make another line. You write Q2. At 20, you make the third line and you write Q3 and you join it. Clear? And you join these also. That makes your box and whisker diagram. Any questions? No? Clearly understood?
Yeah.
Okay. I will move to the next now. Yeah, yes, Trisha.
Could you just explain the formula for the lower and higher quartile?
Lower quartile and higher quartile. So n by 4, if it's even. 3n by 4 for upper quartile when it is even. But our case was odd. So it is this n plus 1 by 4 observation and 3n plus 1 by 4 observation. Whatever is your answer, you will figure it out from the whole data values which are given to you, and from there you will take it out. Clear? Clear? Eh? Okay. Okay. Now from this, quickly tell me the 6th answer. 6th question is, what is the interquartile range?
11.
What was interquartile range?
Q3 minus Q1, which is 20
Q3
minus.
minus Q1. So what is the value of Q3 and Q1? Q3 was 20 minus 9. Give me the answer.
11.
11. The interquartile range is 11. Clear? Clear? Any more confusions? No. Right? Anything else?
No.
Okay. Next, I want to move to another thing. These two things that we are now learning are the most important things from this topic. You get most questions based on this only. Okay. A lot of questions are asked. If you're planning A levels next after grade 10 also, if you're planning A levels and AS levels, if not IBDP, you will have to understand this very well. Tab tak aayega ye questions. Next is cumulative frequency. What do you understand by the word accumulate? Altogether. Okay. Something similar we are going to do. And what is the cumulative frequency used for? It's used for only finding out the median. Whenever you are asked to find out the median, you will the cumulative frequency comes there only. Cumulative frequency is associated with median. Okay? So that's your first point to be remembered. Cumulative frequency is the total frequency. Point number 2. What is it? Total frequency. Total frequency तो हम ऐड करते थे, सब कुछ ऐड करते थे, but not total frequency till the end. Total frequency up to a given point. Up to a given point. So, which means if total of what? Total of frequency, correct? So look at this now. Up to, you are going to total only till where I ask you, okay? So I'm going to hide a certain portion for you and ask you what is the total frequency up till that level. Okay, so you have to give me the answers. What is the total frequency up till 1 to 10?
3.
Just 3? Just 3?
Yeah.
Now tell me, what is the total frequency up till 11 to 20?
8.
8. Up till.
Oh, up to.
Up till 11 to 20. So instead of asking it in this way, can I say, what is the total frequency less than 20? For mark less than 20. So what will you say? Total frequency for marks less than 20.
8.
It is 8. Are you getting me? Right? Okay. Now my next question. What is the total frequency? Now I will not hide. You have to give me an answer. What is the total frequency less than 60? So when I'm saying less than 60, हमें क्या करना है? We have to figure out where is 60. 60 is here, here, and below that, total frequency up till here is what I have to find. So what will I do? 3 plus 5, 5 plus 5, 3 plus 5, answer plus 5, plus 9, plus 11, plus 15. When you add up all of these, you will get 48. Right? So, Kara, are you getting this one?
Yeah, so like you have to find the, yeah,
You're getting-
cumulative, right?
Yes, you're accumulating them, right? So now, please tell me, I'm going to hide everything and you have to tell me the various values that you are going to get. Okay?
Cumulative,
You
right?
have to tell me the cumulative frequency, and whatever you tell me, I will be writing all of that. Okay? Batao. Chalo. Can you tell me the values now?
Okay.
So let's help me write down all the frequencies.
Oh.
Cumulative frequencies. What do I write here?
First is 3.
Less than 10 is just 3. Okay. Less than 20?
8.
8.
8. Trisha, you can also speak. Less than 30?
13.
13. Everybody, I want everybody to speak. I will not write. Kyra, Trisha, speak. Both of you. Chalo. Less than 40?
22.
22.
Less than 40?
22.
42.
22.
22. Okay. I'm not saying anything whether it's right, wrong. We'll check later if it is right or not. So 22. Trisha, unmute yourself. Kyra, you also. Unmute. Unmute. Keep a calculator. If you're not very fast in calculator, keep a calculator. Ready? Do you have a calculator, Trisha?
Yeah.
Take it. All right. Next. Less than 50?
33.
Everyone?
33.
Trisha, unmute. 33.
There's background noise.
That's okay. I can't hear any background noise. No problem. If I hear, I will tell you. Next. Less than
48.
50.
48.
48.
Next.
62.
62.
Okay, so maybe just wait. Trisha, rest of the 3 answers you will give me. Chalo, jaldi batao.
70.
Okay.
76.
Okay. Now wait. Kyra, next one.
92.
Huh?
92.
How 92?
Just have to. Oh, okay.
Less than 100 is what I'm asking now.
So I forgot how to do that.
Array, how can you forget? That's why I'm saying now answer along with everybody. What are you doing? You're just adding this value to the next frequency.
Yeah.
So what value have you got just now? Less than 90 is how much? What frequency is it? Cumulative frequency. Huh?
Yes, I don't understand.
Array, you were just answering. How can you say that you didn't understand? Less than 90 up till here. What is the total frequency?
76.
Then what will be less than 100 if there are 4 more frequencies to be added?
Oh. 81.
76 plus 4 is 81.
Sorry. 80. 82.
Huh?
80.
क्या हो गया कायरा? कहाँ चला गया ध्यान?
I don't know.
You don't know 76 plus 4? Don't tell me that.
No. I don't know where my attention went.
Huh. Okay, so who will know? Trisha, why is Kyra not paying attention? Who will know? Come on, Kyra. Chalo. Are your values correct? Check the values.
Yeah.
Okay. Up till here, it's 80. Kyra, what is the method? You're not paying attention because you're. Where is your phone?
In the Zoom thing.
In the Zoom thing. Okay. I think because you changed the position of your laptop, that's why you're not paying attention. It's the laptop which is responsible. Nahi to pakka Trisha responsible hai. Trisha has gone to Delhi, so that's why she's responsible.
Trisha is distracting me.
Trisha, why did you go to Delhi? You should have been here.
I'm sorry about that.
Okay, chalo. So, did we understand how to find out cumulative frequency? All that you need to do is you just keep on adding. All right. What do you keep on adding? You write the first number as it is. This first number as it is. Then you add this to the next frequency. What do you get? You get 8. This to the next frequency. What do you get? You get 13. This to the next frequency, you get 22. Similarly, you keep on doing, you keep adding to the next frequency. And the interesting thing is the last value is 80, and that should be the number of given students. Clear hai? Right? Is that clear? That's how you will find your cumulative frequency. Now that's very important. After that, on a graph, you will have to write, you know how to, in a graph, there are only 2 axes. One is x-axis, another is y-axis, right? So you will have to plot your graph. And you have to make sure that on the x-axis, it has to be the marks or weight or height, whatever is given in the question. And on the y-axis, it has to be the cumulative frequencies. Make sure. What on the Y? Y-axis should be?
Cumulative.
Y-axis has to be cumulative frequency. X-axis has to be X values. What X values? In this case, it is mass or height or weight, whatever is given to you. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Then important. Are we writing full 1 to 10 on the X-axis? No. Whatever's here, these are the two columns which need to be plotted. So kya values are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. This will go on the X-axis and this will go on the Y-axis. The cumulative frequency kahan jana chahiye? On the Y-axis. And this will go on the X-axis. Okay. So now let's put the values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Kahan tak hai marks? Less than 100 tak na? So you will go less than 100 on the X-axis. And on the Y-axis, you have to plot all the cumulative frequencies. So 3 to 80. Let's take a particular scale in the mind. So we have taken 10, 20, 30, 40. So scale is of 10. You put all of the cumulative frequencies here and plot the points. What will be the first point that needs to be plotted? 10, 3. Next point which needs to be plotted? 20, 8. Next which needs to be plotted? 30,
30.
Clear? Clear? Now that's what you will do. Okay. Uske baad. ये हो गया हमारा fourth point. What was the fourth point? Plot the points. Plot the plotting points. What are the plotting points? Cumulative frequency and marks. You clear enough? What on X-axis, what on Y-axis? That's clear. So when you make your plot, when you make the plots, you do get dots. You get dots, right? Dots need to be connected by very accurate. It's a cumulative frequency curve, so very accurate curve. Important point. Point to be noted. Note. Do not use scale to join these dots. You can use a freehand method, but you have to be really, so it should be like really smooth, freehand. Very smooth. You have to keep your hand stable and make it very smooth, connect from dot to dot. Otherwise, your values will become wrong.
If we do it slightly theta, then we'll lose marks.
Yeah.
No, but you still have to be very, very accurate and you have to use a right, be stable when you're doing. So you need to focus when you're drawing this curve. Okay? Fifth point, any confusion?
No.
Next would come. Next question will be about the sixth point. The sixth point will ask you, now you've drawn your chart, you've drawn the curve. Now you have to tell what all things you have to find out from this. Upper quartile,
Lower quartile, median.
which is Q3, lower, which is Q1, and median,
Q2.
which is Q2. Inko find karna hoga. This is your question. Find. Seventh, how to find. All right.
You connected up.
Yahan par how to find would be, what you see is the total number of students. Median is equal to, median and Q2 is equal to point corresponding to n upon 2. बहुत important point है, please note it down. N upon 2 on the point x corresponding to n upon 2 on the y. Okay, what does that mean? So for this question, let's understand. What is n for this question? What is n for this question?
80.
80. For this question, n is equal to 80. So n upon 2 will be
40.
40. So you go on your graph, figure out where is 40. Where is 40?
55.
40 will be on which axis?
Y.
40 will be on the y-axis. Okay. So this n upon 2 is on which axis? On the y-axis. You have to find out the corresponding. Kaira, what are you doing?
It's my laptop died.
You have to find out the corresponding value of this particular y. So you do this, go here, go on the curve, and you figure out what is the corresponding value here. Now this value is the value on the, this median you will get on the value on x-axis. Note, do not write the value on the y-axis. 40 is not the median. 40 is the corresponding y value. Okay? So this n is on the y-axis. That is your cumulative frequency wala axis. Is that clear? Next point. Point number 8. Same thing. Next, the question will be, you have to find the upper quartile. That's your 8th point. Same thing you need to do for upper quartile Q3. What will you do? Y-axis.
n upon 4.
You will do 3n upon 4. Okay. And on x-axis, find the corresponding value. And this corresponding value is nothing but your Q3. Clear? Clear? 8th point. 8th point are done. 9th point. How do you find your Q1? We did Q2, right? Same way. Just that you need to change your formula based on what you're finding. Y-axis, what do you find? N by 4. And x-axis, you find corresponding value. And that gives you your Q1. So your Q1 is again on the y-axis. Q3 is, sorry, x-axis. Q3 is also on the x-axis. Median is also on the x-axis. Clear?
Y-axis pe are
You're on mute.
Y-axis pe are the corresponding values, right?
They're just the corresponding n values, frequency values, not the final answers. Children make a lot of mistake here. Now, most important point, okay? Make a note of this. There are so many pointers here. If you take care of all of these pointers, you will not go wrong, and these will come like a 4 marker, 6 marker, and you will straight away get your marks. What is the next important point? Most important point. Important note. What is it? It doesn't matter whether n is odd or even. You will always do n by 2, n by 4, or 3, n by 4. Whether it is odd, n is odd, or even. Formula won't change for odd and even. Clear? If you do these steps properly, follow these things, you will never go wrong in cumulative frequency. Understood? Clearly understood?
Yeah.
Let's go to the question again. So, can you tell me what is the value of n by 4? n by 4 से हम क्या निकालते हैं?
corresponding values.
n by 4 से क्या निकलता है? Q1, Q2 और Q3?
Q1.
n by 4 gives you Q1. So मुझे बताना जरा n by 4 कितना है? How much is n by 4 for Q1?
20.
Yes. Okay, Kyra, what is n for this question?
N is the cumulative.
Huh?
N is the cumulative.
n की value कितनी है? What is the n value for this question that we were doing?
Oh, N का value is
How much was the n value? Kyra, you're not paying attention today. देखो n value कितनी है यहाँ?
what?
How much is the n value? It's on the screen
80.
now. 80. So you will put the value 80
Divided by 4.
to find out the answer for Q1. 80 upon 4. What do you get?
20.
20. Now here you figure out where is 20. It's here. Is that the answer? No.
No.
For lower quartile, you have to go and find out the corresponding value here.
Yeah.
Here. So the corresponding value is, but this graph, be very, very accurate. If it is 37.5, it has to be 37.5. It can't be 38.
Mm.
So when you're plotting it, you get graph paper for this, for plotting this. Please do it perfectly. Time lagana, but isko perfectly karna. Okay?
Okay.
So you get the value for this. Corresponding value will be always on the x-axis. Do not make a mistake there. Now, same way, what is the value for 3n upon 4? What is that for? What is 3n upon 4 for?
The upper quartile.
3n upon 4 is equal to 3 into 80 upon 4.
60.
That gives you
60.
60. And that 60 is the value. Is that the answer?
No.
No. 60 is here. You go and find out the corresponding value. On which axis?
X-axis.
Done. Clear hua? Clear ho gaya? And that will give you the Q3 value. We have found out the upper quartile, lower quartile, and the median using the cumulative frequency curve. I'll quickly run through the entire thing what we did here, step by step. Now, Kyra, बहुत ध्यान से सुनना. Trisha, please make sure that Kyra is attentive. Huh? Okay? ठीक है? Kyra, are you with us? Yes? No? I can't hear.
Actually, yeah.
Chalo, I'm going to revise through the entire whatever we've done in this whole entire thing. What was our step 1? You have a question given to you in this way. What all will you do? What all are you going to do? You will be starting with. So what will not be given to you is this. Aapko ye nahi diya rahega. This will not be given to you. Okay? Marks, frequency is given. So what is the first thing that we need to do? Find out the
Cumulative.
You make a column, you write cumulative frequency, and you make one more column where you write less than what.
That's
So for writing less than, what do you write? Less than what it should be? All of these. It should be less than these. Because if I say less than 1 is nothing. Right? So I'll write.
No, I mean less than 10.
So for this one, you write for one column you will make for cumulative frequency, another column you will write less than all the upper limits. Upper limits kaun se hai? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 up till 100. Okay? So you did this less than. Clear? Yahan tak clear hai? Yeah? Yes. I want to hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is made. Once this is made, which one is the x-axis? Which one is the y-axis? Which one is the x-axis? Which one is
X is cumulative and Y.
X? Sorry, say it again. X is what?
X is cumulative frequency and Y is other things.
No, no, no.
Cumulative.
Y is always the cumulative
Oh
frequency.
yeah, and
this
X is like mass or
and what
whatever.
will be your plotting point? Plotting points will be
The
20,8. So you take this and this, this and this, this and this. Clear? यहाँ तक clear हो गया? Clear हो गया यहाँ तक? Once that is done, then we are done with our step. First three main steps. Cumulative frequency हमने बना लिया, plotting points बना लिया. Then you make your x-axis and y-axis. Now let's follow the third. X-axis on the cumulative, on the y-axis it has to be cumulative frequency. X-axis has to be the x values, right? X values means these, right? These are nothing but the upper limits of the marks that is given, right? Plot the plotting points. You will get dots. Dots need to be connected by very accurate curve. What is the note? You will not use a scale to join these dots. Then you have your upper Q3, lower which is Q1, and median which is Q2, which you need to find out. Median you will find out which is equal to the point on the x axis corresponding to the n by 2 on the y. So for that you need your n. You will do n by 2, which is in this case it is 40. And then you will check what is that value on the x-axis that becomes corresponding value on the x-axis that becomes your median. Clear? For the Q3, the same thing you will do. For y-axis, you will do 3n by 4. X-axis, find out the corresponding 3n by 4 ka value. That's the Q3. Q1, y-axis, n by 4. X-axis, the corresponding value will give you the Q1. What is very important here? You make sure that the important note is it doesn't matter whether n is even or odd. You have to use n by 2, n by 4, and 3n by 4 for Q1, Q2, and Q3. Okay, that's all. There is one more point where we have percentages given to us that I'm going to tell you in our next class after the test. I will not take the test on that particular point. The test will be on rest of the things. Clear to everybody? And yes, you will have to plot a graph. So make sure you have a graph sheet. Test is on 30th. Clear? Okay, sure. That's all. Bye for now. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.